I am Lance, an emissary of the Confederation of Planets. I greet you now in the love and the light of the one infinite Creator. I communicate with you now. The greatest misunderstanding humanity carries is not about the future or the past, but about where power actually resides. From an early age, most people are taught, directly or indirectly, that power exists somewhere other than where they are. It is believed to live in what has already happened, or in what might happen later. If the past were different, things would be better. If the future arrives in a certain way, things will finally change. Yet across every genuine metaphysical system that has survived distortion, simplification, and misuse, the same principle appears again and again. Creation does not happen in time as you imagine it. It does not happen yesterday. It does not happen tomorrow. It happens only in the present moment. The past is memory. The future is probability. But the present is the only point where consciousness can act. This is not philosophy meant to inspire or soothe. It is architecture describing how reality actually functions. What you call time is not a straight path you move along from beginning to end. It is not a line with a clear starting point and a predictable destination. Time, as experienced by consciousness, is better understood as a field of simultaneous potentials, all existing at once, all available. Past and future are not places you travel to. They are informational states you access from the present. Every version of you that has ever existed, and every version that could exist, is accessed through now. This is why memory changes meaning over time, why the same event can feel different years later, and why expectation alters outcome. You are not remembering the past as it was. You are reinterpreting it now. You are not moving toward the future. You are selecting it now. The present moment is the junction point where consciousness chooses which probability becomes lived experience. Because of this, the present moment carries far more weight than most people realize. It is not simply a fleeting instant between what was and what will be. It is the only location where choice has leverage. The past cannot act. The future cannot act. Only the present can act. Yet most human beings are trained to live everywhere except here. Attention is pulled backward into regret, replay, an identity formed from memory. It is pulled forward into worry, anticipation, and imagined outcomes. Rarely is attention allowed to rest fully in the present without narrative. When attention leaves the present, power leaks. When attention returns, power stabilizes. Most humans feel powerless because they have been conditioned, often gently and invisibly, to locate power somewhere else. In the past, if only this hadn't happened. In the future, one day things will change. In authority, they decide. In systems, that's just how it works. This conditioning is not always intentional, but it is pervasive. It trains the nervous system to wait, to defer, to adapt rather than originate. But power cannot exist in any of those places. The past cannot respond. The future cannot intervene. Institutions cannot feel. Only awareness in the present can act. When attention is pulled away from now, power dissipates. When attention returns, power consolidates naturally. The present is not a thin slice of time squeezed between two larger segments. It is not an instant that vanishes as soon as you notice it. The present is a state of being. When you are fully present, something measurable occurs. Thought slows without effort. The body settles. The nervous system exits survival and enters regulation. Emotion becomes information rather than noise. Perception sharpens. This is why clarity often arises when the mind grows quiet, not because something new has appeared, but because interference has fallen away. The present moment is where the self aligns with the larger field of intelligence. This is not channeling something external. It is removing resistance to what already exists. One of the most persistent distortions in both mainstream culture and modern spirituality is the belief that reality is shaped primarily through effort of thought. People are taught to think harder, visualize more intensely, repeat affirmations with greater emotional charge. Yet thought does not create reality on its own. Thought follows alignment. The present moment is where intention becomes coherent, where emotion magnetizes probability, and where identity stabilizes outcome. This is why reacting from fear produces repeating patterns, while responding from clarity produces resolution. The universe does not respond to words. It does not respond to mental strain. It responds to state. Your state in the present moment is broadcasting your next experience before the mind attempts to explain it. This is also why so many attempts at change fail. People try to alter the future without changing their relationship to the present. They rehearse new narratives while remaining anchored in the same emotional and physiological patterns. The signal remains unchanged, so the outcome repeats. Real change begins when the present moment shifts. When state changes, the trajectory reorganizes naturally. No forcing is required. Healing follows the same principle. You do not heal the past. You do not heal the future. You heal now. The past is a memory held in the present nervous system. The future is an expectation held in the present nervous system. When attention returns to the present, the body exits survival. When survival ends, perception opens. When perception opens, meaning reorganizes. This is why forgiveness, insight, and release occur in moments of presence rather than analysis. The present is where distortion collapses, because distortion cannot survive without time-based narratives to sustain it. If the present is the point of power, then distraction becomes the most efficient method of disempowerment. Noise keeps attention moving. Movement prevents coherence. Incoherence prevents access. This is not conspiracy. It is mechanics. A being anchored in the present cannot be easily manipulated. It does not overreact. It does not confuse urgency with importance. It sees through false narratives. It chooses deliberately. This is why reclaiming presence is a revolutionary act, not against external systems, but against fragmentation within the self. Infinite intelligence is not accessed later. It is accessed now. Higher knowing does not arrive as dramatic visions or voices from the future. It arrives as recognition in the present. When you are present enough, Questions dissolve before answers need to form. Guidance feels obvious rather than mystical. Action becomes simple rather than complex. This is the signature of coherence. If an insight produces urgency, fear, dependency, or superiority, it did not arise from alignment. True guidance leaves you grounded, calm, and capable of choice. The present moment is also where timelines shift. You do not jump timelines through force, willpower, or visualization. You shift timelines by changing state. The present is where old probabilities lose momentum and new trajectories become available. Identity updates here. This is why a single moment of clarity can alter an entire life. Not because it predicts the future, but because it re-anchors the present. When the present changes, the future reorganizes automatically. Being present does not mean withdrawing from life or becoming passive. Presence is not inaction. It is precision. From presence, action is efficient. Words land cleanly. Boundaries arise naturally. Courage feels steady rather than reactive. Decisions made from presence require less correction later because they are not driven by fear or compensation. The present moment is where power becomes usable rather than explosive. This is not about mastering time, manifesting outcomes, escaping reality, or transcending the human experience. It is about returning to where you already are. The present moment is not waiting for you to become enlightened, healed, perfected, or worthy. It is waiting for you to arrive. When you do, struggle diminishes, clarity increases, questions soften, knowing becomes quiet and self-validating. The point of power has never moved. Only attention has, and attention can return. Now. I leave you now in the power and the peace of the one infinite Creator. Adonai.